I got into this race because of my concerns about the funding of our Board of Education and the management of our Board of Education's finances. The fact of the matter is, under this administration, and I know Harry referred to a forensic audit a little while ago. I'm not allowed to use the term forensic audit in Norwalk because the Republicans get really angry. When I called for a forensic audit of the Board of Education's budget, I got hounded and criticized. And when we did a focused operational review, apparently that's different from a forensic audit, we found out that the Board of Education underpaid the city's insurance fund between $1 and $2 million a year for 4 consecutive years, and neither the Board of Education nor the city noticed. Right? Now, I'm a businessman. When someone owes me $1 million and pays me, I notice. When they don't pay me, I take special notice, and no one has ever not paid me 4 years in a row, ever. So the fact of the matter is, there's a problem with our Board of Education's financing. And the problem is only going to be exacerbated with Common Core, because the implementation of Common Core, the fundamental curriculum change that we're doing in Norwalk now, will be tested using a computer database. Our kids are going to be using computers to be tested. And because of the digital divide between the wealthy and the poor, test scores are going to be disproportionately affected among the poor. So we have to tackle the Board of Education's funding. We have to get Common Core fully funded, and we need to do it now. We need to make strides to close the digital divide between the wealthy and the poor. And the only way we can do that is if we free up the resources from our own budget through performance-based budgeting, so we can make sure our kids get the funding they need. Thank you.
Thank you. Vinny.
I'll start by saying this. Cutting services cutting services to the library should never ever be on the chopping block. Never, never, ever be on the chopping block. I'm happy to see that they're restored, but librarians deserve a little bit more than what they're getting, and our struggling kids need those libraries. It's important to them. I talk about raising the bar on everybody when it comes to education. The accountability circle, from the mayor, the superintendent, the teachers, the kids, the parents, the Board of Ed, the administrators, everybody that's part of our educational system. It's time that we ask them to raise the bar on themselves. Everybody needs to bear responsibility for their actions, and everybody needs to do their part to chip in to make sure a kid has a great education, because the teachers can't do it alone in there. The administrators can't do it alone. The board needs to make sure that their priorities are intact with the needs of our students. We need bilingual staff that are able to be present and help our struggling kids that are having trouble understanding English. And we need to make sure that they're still strong in math, the universal language of arithmetic, I guess. And make sure that we continue to fight for equality, close the achievement gap, and make sure everybody has an equal opportunity to have a great education in the city of Norwalk. And we make sure that that's the perception that permeates throughout the state, that Norwalk is now changing its culture, Norwalk is ready to step up and do its part, and we're ready to foster a first-class learning environment. That's what we want to be known for, a first-class learning environment for kids. That's what Norwalk's going to be about from this day forward once we're elected. Thank you.
Chief? I believe at last count, there were 42 different languages spoken in the Norwalk public school system. And it is true. We need to have programs that'll help the people that are disadvantaged with the learning curve to succeed. We need to have more after-school programs, and we can only do that by fully funding the Board of Education, by having the library aids back, by helping our children learn to read. Reading is fundamental. That's how children learn. And yes, there is an achievement gap, and it has gone on for far too long because we're not sensitive to the needs of all the various cultures that are within our school system, and that has to change. And under an effective Board of Education, And I believe under Dr. Rivera, those things will start to change. He's already started to shake up our educational system. He has sensitivity towards the Latino community, but he also has shown that he has sensitivity to all communities. And when he starts to make things and starts to shake things up, I think we're going to see things change dramatically. And I think we're going to start to see some of the people who have not had the advantage that the others have had start to achieve, and hopefully we can close that achievement gap. But it starts with fully funding the Board of Education, by supporting our superintendent of schools, and letting him do his job. Thank you.